Imagine two people starting at the same place. Same background, same opportunities, same resources. Years later, one is thriving, confident, successful, constantly growing, while the other feels stuck, frustrated, and defeated. What separates them is not luck, talent, or intelligence. It is mindset. This is the central idea behind Mindset by Carol S. Dweck. The book reveals a hidden force that shapes how we learn, how we handle failure, how we build relationships, and ultimately, how far we go in life. Once you understand this idea, you start seeing it everywhere, in schools, businesses, sports, parenting, and even in your own inner dialogue. At the core of the book are two ways of thinking, the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that abilities are static. Intelligence, talent, creativity, and character are seen as fixed traits. You either have them or you don't. In this mindset, success is about proving you're smart or talented, and failure is terrifying because it exposes your limits. People with a growth mindset believe that abilities can be developed, intelligence can grow, skills can be learned, talent is just a starting point. In this mindset, success is about learning, and failure is not a verdict, it's feedback. This single difference in belief changes everything. From an early age, mindset begins to shape behavior. Children with a fixed mindset avoid challenges because challenges risk failure. They give up easily when things get hard. They feel threatened by the success of others. Effort feels pointless because if you were truly smart, you wouldn't need to try. Children with a growth mindset do the opposite. They seek challenges. They persist through difficulty. They learn from criticism. They find inspiration in others' success. For them, effort is not a sign of weakness, it's the path to mastery. And this doesn't stop in childhood. Adults carry these mindsets into their careers, relationships, and personal goals. In the workplace, a fixed mindset employee wants to look competent at all costs. They avoid feedback. They stick to what they already know. They may appear confident on the surface, but underneath, they are constantly afraid of being exposed. A growth mindset employee is different. They ask questions. They take on new responsibilities. They see feedback as information, not judgment. Over time, they outperform, not because they are smarter, but because they are willing to grow. Carol Dweck explains that mindset also determines how we handle failure. In a fixed mindset, failure feels like a personal attack. It says, "You're not good enough." As a result, people either quit, make excuses, or blame others. Failure becomes something to hide. In a growth mindset, failure says something very different. You haven't mastered this yet. It becomes a signal to adjust strategies, work harder, or try again. Failure is no longer an identity, it's an event. This difference is what separates winners from losers over the long term. Winners are not those who never fail. Winners are those who learn faster than others quit. The book uses powerful examples from sports to make this clear. Some of the greatest athletes in history were not the most naturally gifted, but they had an obsession with improvement. They welcomed tough coaching. They analyzed their weaknesses. They practiced relentlessly. Athletes with a fixed mindset, even when extremely talented, often plateau early. When competition increases and talent alone is no longer enough, they struggle. They resist change. They blame circumstances. Eventually, they fall behind. Mindset also shapes leadership. Leaders with a fixed mindset believe they must always be the smartest person in the room. They feel threatened by strong team members. They punish mistakes. Over time, creativity dies, innovation slows, and people stop taking risks. Leaders with a growth mindset build learning cultures. They encourage experimentation. They reward effort and improvement, not just results. They understand that mistakes are part of progress. These leaders don't just succeed individually, they build organizations that thrive. One of the most important and misunderstood parts of the book is about praise. Dweck shows that praising intelligence, saying things like "you're so smart," can actually harm motivation. It pushes people toward a fixed mindset. When praised for being smart, people become afraid to lose that label. They avoid challenges that might make them look less intelligent. On the other hand, praising effort, strategy, and persistence builds a growth mindset. Saying you work really hard or your strategy improved teaches that success comes from actions, not fixed traits. This insight has huge implications for parenting, teaching, and even self-talk. The way you speak to yourself matters. When you tell yourself, "I'm just not good at this," you lock yourself into a fixed mindset. When you say, "I'm not good at this yet," you open the door to growth. The book also explores mindset in relationships. In a fixed mindset, people believe that compatibility is automatic. If a relationship requires effort, something must be wrong. Conflict feels like a sign of failure. As a result, problems are avoided instead of addressed. In a growth mindset, relationships are seen as skills that can be developed. Communication can improve. Understanding can deepen. Conflict becomes an opportunity to grow together rather than a threat. This mindset determines whether relationships stagnate or evolve. One of the most powerful ideas in the book is that mindset is not an identity, it's a habit of thinking, and habits can be changed. Everyone has a fixed mindset voice inside them. It shows up during challenges, criticism, or setbacks. It says things like, "What if you fail?" or "What if you're not good enough?" The goal is not to silence this voice, but to recognize it and respond with a growth mindset. Dweck suggests a simple process. Notice the fixed mindset reaction, label it, and then reframe it. Replace "I can't do this" with "I can't do this yet." Replace "I failed" with "What can I learn from this?" Over time, this rewires how you approach challenges. The book makes it clear that having a growth mindset does not mean believing you can do anything instantly. It means understanding that improvement takes time, effort, and the right strategies. Growth mindset is not blind positivity. It's realistic optimism grounded in action. Another important point is that growth mindset is not permanent. Even people who understand it can slip into fixed thinking in certain areas of life. You might have a growth mindset about your career, but a fixed mindset about relationships. Awareness is key. The difference between winners and losers, according to this book, is not confidence versus insecurity. It's learning versus defending. Winners focus on learning. Losers focus on protecting their ego. Winners ask, "How can I get better?" Losers ask, "How can I avoid looking bad?" This difference compounds over time. Small choices, whether to accept feedback, try again, or step into discomfort. By the end of the book, one message becomes crystal clear. Your potential is not predetermined. It grows with effort, strategy, and persistence. Talent gives you a head start, but mindset determines how far you run. If you embrace challenges, persist through obstacles, learn from criticism, and find inspiration in other success, you step into the mindset of winners. And once you change your mindset, you don't just change what you achieve, you change who you become.